When I took my dog to the veterinarian that day, I heard the exact words I had been dreading. The atmosphere in the room shifted instantly, growing heavier, and even before the diagnosis was fully confirmed, I could feel that something serious was unfolding. My name is Natalie, and this is Gigi's story. It all began after we said goodbye to Banks, our other Great Dane, who had given us years of unforgettable memories. We were still grieving that loss when I received an unexpected message. A woman was looking for a new home for her Great Dane named Gigi. She explained that she was a single mother and, despite loving her deeply, she could no longer afford her care. Gigi was nearly 8 hours away, but the woman was determined to find her a place where she would truly be loved. From our very first conversation, I could hear the heartbreak in her voice. The moment that enormous, clumsy, unbelievably fluffy puppy stepped out of the car and into our lives, there was no hesitation. It felt as if she had always belonged with us. Raising a Great Dane is nothing like owning an average-sized dog. Everything is bigger: the space they occupy, the expenses, the responsibility, and especially the love. They require specialized nutrition, consistent veterinary monitoring, and room to move freely, but in return they offer loyalty and affection on a massive scale. Gigi was healthy, energetic, and incredibly active. We live in Colorado, surrounded by mountains and open trails, so she quickly became part of our hiking trips, camping adventures, and long outdoor days. She would run across open fields with pure joy, always staying close, always watching us, always connected. It was during one of those normal, happy days that we noticed something was off. Gigi began to limp slightly. At first, it seemed minor, maybe just soreness after a long hike. But the way she shifted her weight didn't look right. I scheduled a vet visit expecting to hear something simple, perhaps a mild strain or temporary inflammation. Instead, the tone of the appointment became far more serious than I anticipated. She was diagnosed with wobbler syndrome, a condition affecting the cervical spine. Essentially, the space where the spinal cord should sit safely and comfortably was being compressed, causing pain, instability, and the risk of progressive mobility loss. In giant breeds like Great Danes, this condition can escalate quickly. Hearing that diagnosis felt like the ground had disappeared beneath me. What made it even harder was learning that Gigi was not considered a candidate for traditional surgery, which is often the primary treatment option. I left that appointment determined not to accept defeat. I immersed myself in research, reading medical journals, joining online support groups, emailing specialists across the country. I received countless rejections and discouraging responses. Then I discovered a veterinarian who performed an alternative procedure for dogs who did not qualify for standard surgery. He implanted tiny 24-karat gold beads along the spine. The interaction between the gold and the tissue was believed to help reduce inflammation and relieve compression, creating more space around the spinal cord. He had been performing this procedure since the 1990s and had helped many dogs with wobbler syndrome. For the first time since the diagnosis, I felt a sense of hope. When I looked up his location, I silently prayed he would be nearby. Instead, he was in Indiana, and we were in Colorado, almost as far apart as possible within the United States. Still, I refused to let distance stop us. I began calling airlines, trying to find one that would allow me to travel with a Great Dane of her size. Every commercial airline declined. I then contacted private aviation companies, but the quotes were overwhelming, $20,000 to $30,000. It was impossible for us. That's when I found a volunteer pilot network where aviators donate their time and aircraft for special causes. I reached out and connected with Nathan and a pilot named John. They agreed to fly us to Indiana at no cost. The journey felt surreal. Transporting a dog of Gigi's size required careful planning and adjustments, and neither pilot had ever flown a dog that large before. Yet they approached it with generosity and dedication. Throughout the flight, Gigi remained calm and unafraid. I did not pay a single dollar for that trip. They invested their time, energy, and resources simply to help. At the clinic, the doctor allowed me to stay in the room during the procedure. The surgery was successfully performed. Now that we are home, her recovery has been remarkable. Before the procedure, I had to practically beg her to get out of bed. Today, she runs and plays with her sisters again. I have learned that love is not measured by physical ability or perfection. Gigi is part of our family regardless of any diagnosis, and the bond we share is unbreakable.